Hello guys, I'm from FM14, London Town Football Club, the series where you guys as a subscriber base are the manager. You are in charge, all the decisions go through you, they are your ideas, and starting off this episode, we're going to talk about tactics. Tactics, a lot of people, if you look here, commented and they wanted to go for 4-2-3-1. Oli Barros suggested it, all slightly different. But a lot of suggestions there for a 4-2-3-1. Aladdin Madafaka suggested it. Also Above the Heavens, but Above the Heavens went into a lot of detail. He said he's used it before, and he said it's worked with Bayer Leverkusen. So I decided to give his one a go. He's gone into the most detail about the tactic. It consists of 2 normal centre backs, 2 complete wing backs, and you have a ball-winning midfielder and a box-to-box midfielder. 2 attacking midfielders set to attacks, which surround an advanced playmaker who supports. It's a very fluid tactic, standard and direct passing. You work ball into the box, run at defence, hassle opponents and play wider. So it's a very fluid tactic. I think the formation's about these 3 attacking midfielders running into space, just causing chaos for those defenders. The defenders don't know who to mark because these players are just running around, creating problems. You've seen Spain play with a position like this before. Man City played like this under Mancini. So a little bit they did. So it is a good formation. It has been proven to work in real life football as well. So that's what we're going for. He said the positions to prioritise are attacking midfielders. But before we get on to that, I just want to show you I've made one staff change as well. It was suggested by Above the Heavens. I didn't go for the under-21 or the under-19 manager yet. I will do, but we haven't got anyone in the squads yet, so there really is no point at all. Dave Parnaby turned us down. He didn't want to talk to us, but we got Anselmo Saspraglia as our assistant manager, and he is dirt cheap. Look at those attributes, they're insane, and he was absolutely dirt cheap. A great find there, well done Above the Heavens. If you're playing Football Manager, sign that boy up. I think I'm going to do on every other save now because he looks like an absolute deal. And as a backup tactic, we went for Dini Max 4-1-2-1-2 because I thought it would sort of fit in with the other tactic that Above the Heavens came up with. We'd sort of have the players in the right position for that tactic. But let's go on to transfers. That's the main thing for this episode. Prioritise, what I was told, was the attacking midfielder. So we're going to need 2 attacking midfielders, players that just sort of, the Oscars, the Hazards, the sort of players that can just find that space and have got high flair. And we need an advanced playmaker, someone that's got great passing and can control the tempo of the game, that can fling in those final balls. I've made a little short list for you, just to give you some ideas of who's available in the market, but you're more than welcome to give me suggestions. We'll start off with the cheapest here. We'll go through these very quickly. Hogan Ephraim, I can't pronounce these names for shite, mate. Hogan Ephraim, he's transfer listed, so he's an option, very cheap. He'll be backup. We do need backup as well. You need to think about that. Andres Del Alessandro, he'll only cost a couple of million. He's old and he's very, very good. He'll only do a job for a year or 2, but short term is important at the moment because we've got nothing at the short term. Jesse Lingard, maybe he's a potential backup as well. Remember, we do need those domestic players to get in the squad registration. We need to have a certain amount of English players, so we need to make sure we've got enough of them. So a lot of English players need to be prioritised as well. London Donovan, perhaps backup as well. He's got a lot of experience. Kevin Nolan, another English player. He could probably do backup. He's going to be very powerful. He's going to cause a lot of problems in the opponent's box, and he'll do a lot of defensive work as well. So he might be a good option. Very cheap as well. Think about that one. Here's a good one. He's very cheap as well. 2 million you'll probably be able to get him for. 2.5 million. He could be our advanced playmaker. Very high passing, very high flair, very high creativity. He's very, very good. He's not as mobile as a lot of other players, but still a very nice option. Real Hughes, a nice young player who could do backup for us. 11 million though. You've got to think about money as well. I will be paying for every player outright. So the budget is true. Think about the budget, very true. I don't want to do any instalments because it will ruin our financial fair play in the future. And it's also ruins the part of the challenge, doesn't it, really? Matthias Fernandes here as well. 3 million. have a think about them. These are just some options. Stephen Davis will be quite expensive, but there's an option there. Rafael van der Vaart as well. He's 30 years of age. He's going to cost us 15 million. A lot on the wages as well. You've got to consider that, but he's very good. He can play that advanced playmaker role very well. Rafael Morrison's probably one that looks very exciting. Very expensive though. 20 million he'll cost us. But he'll grow very, very quickly, and we need those English players. Jorkouf, the Frenchman, less than £10 million, looks very good. Maybe he's a good option. Trying to go through these as quickly as possible. Valbuena, another French lad, a bit more expensive than Jorkouf, but very, very good as well. Very good on his feet, very mobile. He'll be good in a fluid tactic. Ross Barkley, some more English options. We need some English players. Very expensive. It's going to cost about £25 million, but he's going to grow very, very quickly. And he'll get, if he gets first team, he'll become a star. As cheaper option, £10 million around the bounce. Alexandru Maxim, he's reasonably young as well. He's got good passing, good dribbling, good first touch. You can have a pause if you want to have a look at these attributes in more detail. Gaston Ramirez is very expensive. Southampton didn't give me a price for him when I scouted him. He'll be a very expensive option, but if you want him, I'll buy him. Miralem Pjanic from Roma. It'll cost us 20 million about. There's his attributes. Pause and have a look. Ivan Rakitic, a boy everyone's going on about. He'll cost about 20 million as well. But he can do almost everything on a football pitch apart from head the ball. On Football Manager, that is. Roberto Firmino, very nice little player, but he's very expensive, £15 million. Is he worth it? You've got to decide that one. Mishu from Swansea, 22, cost just over £22 million. Remember, we've only got a £200 million budget. Adnan Januzaj is a big player. I don't think we can afford him, but you're in charge. We can splash the cash on one player. 55 million he'll probably cost us. And the two big boys, Oscar, be very expensive, and Hatem Ben Arfa, who will cost us about £25 million. Remember, we need backup. Realistically, what we want is one good advanced playmaker, two very good attacking midfielders, and we need backup as well. So we sort of want one good advanced playmaker, one backup advanced playmaker, two good attacking midfielders, and two backup attacking midfielders. So we need 6 suggestions from you. They don't have to be in that shortlist. If you know anyone else better, write it down. I'll have a look. I'll see if they're available in the market. Those were the best ones I could find on the market at the moment. Remember, there is a limited availability on the market because we haven't got an amazing reputation and we haven't got many staff as well to entice the players. Yeah, get those suggestions in. And also, we've got to do this one quickly. I know it was not planned, but we've been offered 2 players. Sunny Mantari, £4 million. We can get him very cheap at the moment. He could do that box-to-box midfielder role. He's got very high stamina and he's a very good all-round player. Think about that one. Let me know. Shall we sign Sunny Mantari? It's a very cheap option, and we need to think about money as well. You really, really got to think about money. And we were also offered a guy from Bayern Munich called Dante. I'm sure you've heard of Dante. He's transfer listed at Bayern Munich. We were offered him for about £7 million. Bargain? You decide. Should we sign Dante as well? Because he might go quite quickly. His price might change very quickly because he's actually a very, very good centre-back. So let me know who we should sign. Also, we need some staff, more staff, and I need to know what's the next priority. Preferably 2 positions for next episode. So is it centre-back and goalkeeper, centre-back and striker, the full-backs? Do you think the full-backs are important? Those 2 defensive midfielders. So I want 2 categories. So the centre-backs and strikers. Not 2 positions, 2 categories. So yeah, 2 positions. Just tell me what positions I should look at next. It's up to you. And staff, we need some scouts immediately and some coaches. So hopefully next episode we'll have signed a huge bunch of attacking midfielders and we'll start looking at those next positions. Who do you think will play that role very well? There's the shortlist for you. I'll bring it back up again so you can have a look. Remember to pause and have a look. We've got Valdivia as well. I don't think I showed you him. Yes, I did show you him. There's a quick list of all the players. Pause it, have a look, see what ones you want to sign. Leave it in the comments. So, attacking midfielders, advanced playmakers, backup. Backup is very important for those positions. And staff, and next position we need to buy. Priorities. Think about money, guys. Very important. It's the end of the episode. Get commenting. Mwah, 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 mwah. See you later, boys.